welcome back to the National Post Speakeasy. We're here at the Metropolitan Brasserie in Ottawa, and today we have another special guest with us, Conservative MP Pierre Poilievre, the finance critic. Welcome.
Good to be with you.
Pierre, some of your critics might say that you're a gadfly. Some of them are even less kind. But I've known you for quite a while. I know that you don't go into Starbucks every morning and say, what did you know? When do you know it? I mean, is it somewhat frustrating that this public persona you have is not really the real you?
Well, listen, I'm not sure exactly what the public persona is. When I do rarely walk into Starbucks, my focus is more on getting a triple strong espresso in order to fight my caffeine deficits in the morning. But as for the critics, you know,
I mean, you get under their skin, right? So
that's my job, right?
Right, but that's one side of you, and then there's another side of you, I suspect.
Right. Well, I'll address both sides then. So first of all, my job is to be a critic. We have a deliberately adversarial parliamentary system, so I think I'm performing a valuable public service when I speak out against policies that I believe my constituents oppose. But you know, outside of that setting, I think that it's important to be human, be a common person, to be down on the ground with the people, and that's the most important part of my job. It's the part that folks in Ottawa, downtown Ottawa, don't see a lot of. Out in communities attending the fall harvest suppers, or doing the farm tours, or visiting with newcomers to Canada, help them integrate into the country. Those are the things that we do out in the community that are actually a lot more important to folks we represent than the theatre on the Hill.
So when you're out in the community chatting with your constituents, are they talking about things like the Paradise Papers or Bill Morneau's woes? What do you hear from them?
From time to time, but you know, you find when you get out to the constituency level, particularly as an Ottawa MP, you have highly practical problems that people have with the government. For example, the NCC is building a new pathway behind someone's house, and they don't want pedestrians looking in through their back gate, the water levels are too high on the Rideau River, which prevents farmers from draining their fields into the river. Those kinds of highly practical things come up more often than the excitement that captivates all of us on the Hill.
Just on a political strategy level, my thought is that if you've got Jagmeet Singh now as the NDP leader, the Liberals are inevitably going to have to move leftward to take him on, which creates an opportunity for the Conservatives with people who might have voted Liberal at the last election. What do you think there? Does the Conservative Party have to move towards the centre? And if so, does it have to embrace policies like, for example, a carbon tax?
I don't think so. Look, I believe that Conservatives win when they dominate on the issue of taxation. That is our core strength. It's like the butcher offers meat, the baker offers bread, Conservatives offer low taxes. And if we can define the election around a great contrast over the taxation issue, we always win. And I think over the last 100 days, the Liberals have given us a lot of help in that regard with their proposed changes to small business taxes.
Is this exposing some Liberal hypocrisy?
I think so. You know, if you think about it, 100 days ago, Bill Morneau was probably the second most popular minister in the government after the Prime Minister. But after coming out so aggressively against small business owners and you know, implying they're all a bunch of tax cheats and then being exposed for his own practices, I think that he has committed the ultimate political sin, which is hypocrisy.
Thanks for joining us.
Great to be with you.
Thank you for joining us on the National Post Speakeasy. See you next time.